Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me just quickly check this. Testing 1, 2. We're off to do our first Horror as the Warlock. We hit level 70 and I just unlocked a couple of them. I may have just checked on my bloody
An order is whispered upon the nether winds, and Madun hears. A man comes before Madun, and they speak of those which the winds demand be slain today. Many are the rare and precious objects that my clientele seek. You could be the one to bring them to me, adventurer. In return, I offer that which you covet.
Thanks, mate. Shut the hell up. Alrighty, we're doing the Caverns of Time Hero Dungeons. I can't remember which one. It's one of them. All right, so here we go. Here we go. With a Felguard out, we're on about 916-ish spell power. We've picked up nearly 2,500 life. And we now have seed. I'm gonna hate to see who the tank is. I don't think it's the paladin, or it could be the paladin. Oh no, I think it's the druid, the boomkin. We've also been able to bring our fire damage up to about 830 odd, give or take. Jesus, I do this all the time. Oh, there's a mage. Just thinking about it, I may have had the rep to unlock some of those hero dungeons a little bit earlier. But it is what it is.
Goodbye.
Everyone's on their way. It'll be interesting to see how we go. We adjusted our spec just a little bit, the Felguard spec, so we've dropped back to 2 suppression, and everything else is pretty much the same. We've decided we want to pump our dots up, so Agony's got an extra 10% damage. Corruption gets a 36 bonus spell damage. I'm not sure what that translates into. I was going to go with range, but I thought, and we got Nightfall proc, so we'll be ... life draining. Again, Felguard, we've changed mana feed from 3 down to 2. We've got rid of demonic resilience, which gives us 15% less damage and 3% less chance to get hit by melee and crits and spells. And we've pumped demonic tactics up to 4, which brings us up to about 12-13%.
Slay them all. It is good to see you again, adventurer. Would you like me to take you to the Master's lair?
So, I think we're doing Old Kingdom or whatever it is. Old Hillsbrat. So, yeah. If that drops, more crit. There's some stuff.
Break their bones.
Let's drop that music one last time. Oh, we are going for the Black Morass. Oh dear, that's going to be a little bit. I don't know, that doesn't seem to be correct. Now I could go drop 600 odd gold and get a fast riding mount, but we got plenty of quests to do. We'll get the maximum gold.
Welcome back, hero. You have returned to protect the Guardian once more. Do not forget to take a chrono beacon with you.
What happened to your friend?
Got 15.
Yes.
Turn that off. $929 shadow damage. That's not too bad. 822 fire damage. We've had to move the Hellfire out for number 8 key. We'll see how we play, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how we play. So the Druid tank is confirmed my fears. He said he's not strong AoE threat, and just give him a sec to before you open up with AoE, and as a Warlock with Seed, which is a Oh, it's good the cars see it, I tell you. Alright, we're open up now. I was taking it easy. Good.
The time has come. Gul'dan, order your warlocks to double their efforts. Moments from now, the gateway will open, and your horde will be released upon this ripe, unsuspecting world.
Alrighty. Oh yes, I haven't forgotten how to detonate my the only problem is you lose corruption, which is makes you a bit thirsty. Okay, we drink. The DPS is fairly strong still. Oh, that hurt. There's a knack to making seeds just pop. The thing about seeds is you've got to deliver. You've got to do 1,000 damage to them, or the mob's gonna cop 1,000 damage. So having a mage frost blizzard everything is good. Oh, that was a bit too slow. We bounced back from a bad.
Yes. Sucks up.
That warrior is cleaving well. And I know what it is. I didn't do Horek on my warrior.
Why do you aid the mages? Just think of how many lives could be saved if the portal is never opened. If the resulting war die.
Do I have the mana? Jesus.
Yes.
Now the question is, hang on.
Double.
We've earned our first justice point, ladies and gentlemen. Our first justice point.
Break their bones.
Can we? I'm not even sure we can run Horrocks repeatedly, or can we? Oh, so I do all these dungeons and then I'm locked out. Okay. Not bad for a fresh 70.
Double. Sucks. Double.
That is thirsty work.
Yes. Sucks.
I just can't run heroes.
Shadow trance. Double.
That script's going off. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, that's a low level seed.
Sucks. Double. Yes. Sucks. Sucks. Yes. Sucks. Double.
So be it. It's not too late. You may still leave.
Shadow trance.
Stop attacking. Stop attacking.
Yes. Shadow trance. Double.
Stop attacking.
Sucks.
Oh, these are the same items. Okay. Same as normal. Oh shit. Balloon, what are you doing? I'm 15, yep. Don't sit on drain life. It does some damage. Oh, that's an easy one. Okay, someone's over here with it. 65 is all we need to hit level 72. Jesus. I received the miss. Oh, I hate missing out on dropping a Shadow Trance.
The time has come to shatter this clockwork universe forever. Let us no longer be slaves of the hourglass. I warn you, those who do not embrace this greater path shall become victims of its passion.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, you... So job's the
I am
same.
grateful for your aid, champions. Now, Gul'dan's horde will sweep across this world like a locust swarm. And all my designs, all my carefully laid plans will at last fall into place.
So that's exactly the same. Okay. Alright.
Generous.
Well, the heroic run's not going to be... Everyone's gone. Alrighty. Let's get into another hero dungeon. We've got Blood Furnace, we've got Hell Ramparts. The Self. Did we take much damage? We took a little bit of damage. Okay, let me just check her dungeons. Alright. Blood Furnace. The Maker. Well, they're different, I think. Well, that's a fairly big. Okay. Leather, feet, plate, neck. Oh, that's a bit of a suck. The wheel breaker. No shit. Wow, that gear sucks. Oh. We'll go kill. We'll try to finish off some of these quests while we're waiting for a dungeon. I can't believe by June this year it will be 5 years since Rathledge TBC and Classic came out, and I went on to meet some really good people out of that. There's a whole bunch of them, and I probably, if I had ended up coming back, I had no intentions of coming back, but once I started playing, I had so much fun, especially on the Warrior. I was going to do the Warrior, but they make this sound like the Warrior's got such limited appeal. And I was honestly gonna do a Beastmaster Hunter, but I just love the T6, Tier 5, Tier 6, Tier 4 gear. So you gotta do it, man. You love our big fella. He just clobbers. There's one little adjustment they need to make the Oblivion gear. Take the if you got I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you take 2 set gives you 45 mana per 5 seconds to your pet or your demon. Change that to, you know, you get 50. You get what damage you do. You heal your pet. That would be huge and keep you wearing this gear until you get the tier 5. Maybe not as much. Maybe a weaker version of it. Like the mana here is like trivial. 45 every 5 seconds. It is what it is, I guess. Oh, might be. I really pushed myself to hit 70 yesterday. Originally looking at how I was playing and how I was leveling, I was like, on Monday night Australian time, on the Monday public holiday, and I was predicting around comfortably 8 p.m. at night that I would secure level 70. But I just said, I'm going to push through sleep. I had three bottles of 2 litres of Coke Zero. And from Friday till Sunday morning, I just kept drinking. Plus plenty of water. Still did 10,000 steps. I didn't do it today. I simply today was going to be a rest day. Tomorrow we'll do another 10,000. Okay, that's done. We need to kill some of those dudes over there. Okay. Now, nothing stops me pulling the group together. Oh, look, there's a tank and heals there. Jesus. Just rather quest and do other things than actually organise it. Monday morning, the 6th of April already. Wow. Are you right there, mate? Alright. Our first heroic dungeon was fairly bloody easy. But it is, I guess, launched in February, March. This is the start of the second month. So if I go back in time, so I think it was June-ish 2021 that TBC launched. July, August. July, August 2021. And I moved to my beautiful home on the beach in October of 2021. Memories. A good time. Beautiful.
Destroy them.
Just goes to show you make a good game, and I feel these graphics a little bit better than they were back in the day. Classic still feels like you're in a real world. TVC, you're not in it long enough, I don't think.
A noob. I must have made a misstep somewhere to be assigned here. Well done, adventurer. The Arakoa have learned to fear the might of the Horde.
Okay.
Until I traveled through Negran and came to the forest, I feared that too much of our original culture was lost. I'm thankful to see that I was wrong. There is so much to be done here. These are perfect, adventurer. I could not have asked for better. You've done well in gathering the first pelts. The final piece of the vestments requires a pelt unlike any other. There is one particular wolf, an old and cunning one, that has earned his place as the patriarch of the forest wolves. He is known among them as Ironjaw, the mighty hunter. In my visions, I have seen him wandering the northeastern region of the forest. Including his pelt in the vestments will surely light the wolf spirit's path. Do not mourn Ironjaw. He will be well honored.
Well. Now, I've got 49 spirit shards. Too bad I can't give some to my... Unless they build a high quality bridge over that little river. Where's this big fella? Big fella dead. Playing with headphones, and I got the ambience mode up. The shit I hear in my ears, and this is how I play Fallout 4. You know, I've got a decent stereo system and speakers on the TV and all the rest of it on my OLED TV and stuff, and I have had surround sound in the room, but because the room is fairly big, or my office at times has been big, or it's been a living room, you hear it, but you don't hear it, if you know what I mean. When you got headphones on, and they're directional, and you're riding, and the things go from your front right, top right, bottom right, or back left, or you can hear them go as you ride past, like lanterns and things like that. And Fallout 4, you know, you're in your power armor and you're getting shot from a back left or back right or front right, or they're shooting you and you're turning and it's the bullets are, you know, ricocheting off your armor, and you can hear that sound, you know, where they're coming from. And there's times you're like, where am I getting shot? And then you realize, Jesus. Sure how much of a spawner this guy has. Spawn type. $64. Anyway, was that? For me, I've done mythic raiding. You know, I haven't. I've picked up Beyond the Curve. You know, and then beating guilds where going for the full mythic, trying to get the full mythic final kill. And the best I think I've ever done is like potentially got half the bosses of a mythic raid kill off the top of my head, maybe 3/4 at very best, at the very, very fucking best. Dude, are you killing him repeatedly? Yeah, he is. $20,000 XP? What the fuck? Oh, he's immune. Oh, I thought that would give me something a little bit sexy. It's a brownie dark skinned wolf. An old mate might have a rare detector if he's sitting there killing it repeatedly. It'd be fucking weird if he's like 10 gold to me. I just want to. Fuck off. Maybe. Oh, piss off. Fuck, I hate that when you look like something you can easily get up. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Yep. Piss off. as I was saying, I'll put detect invisibility. Maybe that'll help me detect these mobs. Oh, there you go. I can see those mobs. She's here. Oh, get over that. Here's old mate. What we wanted. We might as well clear it out here. Do these quests. Looks like I'm picking up, depending on the quest, 9, 10 gold each. What gold are we up to? I can't even see. 1660. Okay. God. Could I tell myself 2008 was really good a year for me. I was coming from overseas, having an incredible time, coming back into what the fuck and hell is that? Coming back into the normal life, the real world, and building a career and industry, and just tons of mates and friends, and just, you know. And if you said to me, not only will you be at times going back to play WoW, like 2008, I wouldn't even think of the year 2026 like that. My God, that is a long time in the future. I remember as a kid thinking about the year 2000, because when I grew up in the bush, or the outback as people call it, there was ABC shows called Towards 2000, and then I think as it came up to the year 2000, it'd be called Beyond 2000. They were top shows. And it's one of the benefits of growing up out in the outback is you got a lot of ABC, which is the Australian public broadcaster. And at the time, you know, it was a fairly open thing. Hasn't been hijacked, because a lot of these government-funded things, people go and get education, they can't get real jobs, so they end up in these cushy government-funded positions. Sadly, and that's, I think, counted for the massive amount of jobs in the Australia work industry in the last several years have all been government funded, which is not good for an economy. It's kind of like, in a way, using the credit card to pay your credit card debt. It's not good. It's not good. Now, at the time, this is 12:30 on a Sunday night, Easter for me. Monday morning, and this is Sunday, 8:30 Easter. I think this is the United States. I'm not sure. West Coast this must be. So long as I life tap enough. Alright, those quests are done. And definitely I'm in an American... Oh no, it is 8:30 Sunday morning. $8:30 Sunday morning. Alright, no dramas.
We may be working together, but that only increases the need for discretion. Once again, be mindful of your words and actions. I can guarantee we're far from the only ones out here. Stopping the fell orcs is going to take more than merely harassing their work. If we're over the past couple of days...
That's an add-on someone's created. I certainly didn't have that speech back in the day. And not that Blizzard couldn't put speech in on all these games. It would make the download bigger. But paying voice actors and all that to do that fully over would have been would have cost. The key thing about being based in LA, that's you have a whole industry based on acting and all that sort of industry. So you know you're in a spot to benefit from all that.
Shadow trance.
Oh, you got me through the... Christ, how fast are you pumping out shadow bolts? Who knows? If my memory is correct, when TBC Classic launched back in the day, you had a full month of Classic, I think. Of TBC Classic before the dungeons, the raids came out. And I think in this version they came out straight away. And I'd have to Google that. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to Google that. I was wondering what he's... Wondering what his aggro range was. Again, one thing I was going to say before I got tracked away is having... I didn't take all my classes to max level in hardcore. Like I said, I got a warrior, I've got a warlock. I think I got a paladin, the human paladin, the 35, and I stopped. I think it's just boredom, because you just have to be very, very steady. And I was just getting to the level that was going to make life interesting. 40. And but it was very steady pace. Very steady, very steady.
Slay them all.
Come on, America, wake up. Stop enjoying your Easter, people. I made the conscious decision not to go have too much fun due to the massive increase in fuel and craziness. I was going to drive and see my brother, but I thought getting level 70 for the 15th time on a character... on another warlock... Stop. Fuck, just... Oh, he did die. There you go. Useless git. That was my fault. I was just trying to do it too casually.
Who dares saw the horde?
Hang on, what have we got? We got a quest here or something, haven't we?
The writing on the plans is far too delicate and precise to have come from any of the fellows. You can't make out what the text says, but the implications are pretty clear. The Fell Orcs are taking orders from the Blood Elves at Firewind Point. Why would the two forces be working together? Rokag might have some insight into this odd alliance.
Who? Who might have some insight into that? Rockag. I thought he said Thokag. I was going to say, what? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. See you 2026. And for the 18th time, you're seeing me clear out this area. One last Devastator. Job done. Gonna say, I thought there was another Warlock behind me. I could see the red dot on the map. I was... Alright. How much gold we got? Yeah, if my memory's correct, I probably did a lot of the quests. I probably went halfway into the quests in TBC. I probably did a lot. I can't remember the exact percentage of completion of quests in TBC on my Warlock back in the day, but because it was pandemic and we had the time and you know all the rest of it. But once I hit max level, I went off and finished all those quests, and I think as I leveled a Paladin and something else, I can't remember, I ended up doing the same thing, and
What now?
made a lot of gold out of
you're
it.
well-traveled but understand, adventurer, that some stories are best left where they happened. Do we understand each other? Well done. We have bought ourselves a little time. The Blood Elves will grow curious about what happened to their friend. Hopefully, by that time, we will have a better understanding of their intentions. When the time is right, I will inform Rogak of our progress.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Victory or death? What are you looking for? Down.
Okay, everyone celebrate? Yeah.
Loktar. Malukaz chatters incessantly about the historical importance of this forest. But I don't have the luxury of indulging in history until our present problems are settled. I'm not saying his work here isn't important, but someone has to see to the defenses and logistics of running the whole. So Kite was right. Those fell orc scum are up to something. I never would have guessed they were colluding with the Blood Elves, though. According to this map, the fell orcs are to keep us busy. But why? This is disturbing news, adventurer. You were correct in bringing it to me right away. Zug. Go with on. The pelt is even more magnificent than I had hoped. This is a good omen, adventurer, and the spirits will favor you for your contribution to this ceremony. I have fashioned a helmet for you from the remaining pelts, adventurer. It identifies you as a mighty hunter and an ally of the great wolf spirit of Terakar Forest. I've nearly completed the vestments that I'll wear during the ceremony. As I add the finishing touches, I'd like you to set this incense by the candles near the runestone to my left. I believe it will help us to attract the wolf spirit's attention, since it was made in the days of the Orcish clans. I can almost imagine my ancestors using it in a ceremony paying tribute to the wolf spirit after a successful hunt. Once you've placed the incense, I'll begin the ceremony.
That is a hell of a sword. I know you're thinking that's a sword, but I'm just happy to see it. Wait.
Loktar!
Oh, whoever designed this quest needs a punch in the head, I tell you.
What do you need? For the Horde. This is incredible. I set out on this journey unsure of whether the wolf spirit would answer our summons. And now it feels as though he's always been here. Perhaps he was adventurer. Perhaps he was waiting for the orcs to realize what their choices had wrought.
Okay. That is deep. 1,700 gold. Show me the money. Alright, well, let's go kill this dude. That clears not... I thought I'd be down half my quest, but obviously every time I finish a quest I pick up a new one. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get potentially more heroic runs. So look, as entertaining as me finishing off quests for gold in TBC, and we've been streaming for an hour. We'll give it 10 more minutes. We'll finish off this last quest. And it's not like I'm getting a lot of views on any other platforms at the moment. So that might just show the level of interest. But that is like any WoW expansion. And you've had Midnight launch too, and I think a lot of the attention for World of Warcraft has definitely gone on to Midnight. It's just scary trying to run the game, and it was chucking a wobbly. That's something I would love to have met myself, my early 20 self, because I went from my early 20s to my late 20s, early 30s. I went through a lot. I experienced a lot. I lived, I loved, I nearly died a couple of times. Led people, did various things, and I ended up going around the world a couple of times. Then I tried to do the happy family thing. We're still doing that happy family thing. Oh. Of course, he's over there, isn't he? One of the benefits of being a lot higher level than mobs, you can just casually walk around near them because they're not going to aggro off you. His old mate. You're a Drano. Prison key. Alrighty. Yeah. If there's one of the things that is very annoying in this game, and it's something you have to really plan for, especially in hardcore, is if you do buy a mount, and that's a lot in gold to invest in hardcore. It's easy when you're a warlock. It's a spell. One of the perks of being a warlock. I keep saying hardcore. This is not hardcore, but you get dismounted, and it can get you killed. And playing a game like hardcore when you only got one life and you die, especially on official hardcore servers, yeah, it's not good. I maybe seem like I'm jumping around a bit, but I am basically nostalgia baiting. But I never played. When World of Warcraft came out, I was overseas traveling and backpacking and everything, and really only came into it and established myself. Got myself all set up in a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment. 2007, 50-inch plasma TV, surround sound, stereo system, all the mod cons. I think if you look at the oldest videos on my channel, you can see where they're from. And God, I sound so bold and young. Oh, have we lived? Have we lived? Oh, good. Oh, good. Back again, my friend.
Trollhall.
Certainly.
Well done, adventurer. We have enough to worry about without wondering when the Arakoa will accost our merchants and messengers again.
But what I was getting at, nostalgia bait, is that I saw that all the old music, especially the 70s, predominantly 80s and 90s, but the 80s and the 90s music, apparently they're saying it's holding back modern music or something to a degree, because everyone's going back and watching and listening and reviewing all the old TV shows, all the movies. And I'm going to make a bold statement. We live in a world where, if you look at America, the Western world, especially the Anglosphere, these are, and I hate this term, any people, because I wouldn't refer to Africans as those black people, or Aboriginal people as those dark brown or coloured people. To me, these are fucking racial terms. This is race. Culture, yes. But English Americans, because Americans are descended from your English colonies, and then a lot of Europeans come over. But these countries were 85, 95, or probably 95% higher Anglo-Saxon or white European. And there was just a world of people being people. And now you've got this whole thing about pronouns and genders and everything. And back then it was, I remember as a young kid seeing one of those Queen songs. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of their big hits. Became one of their massive, well-known hits. And they're all in leather gear and all lying around something. And I remember just like weirdly looking at it as a young kid, watching it on TV in the Australian bush, and thinking to myself, what's going on there? Something's not quite right. Something's not there. And if you were to tell me that the lead singer from Queens was of Pakistani descent, you couldn't see it. I don't know what he did, but that's the brilliance of the world, I guess. People coming from other cultures, backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, and adjusting and fitting in. And here we go. Right, see, look, I talk, and we get an invite. Oh, yeah. And just when I thought.
Speak.
But there's one thing I would like, because Americans, this is how they come across, especially their modern TV and everything. Everything's about, everyone's got to have, if someone's of an ethnic background, they got to be an American with an American accent. And one of the things growing up in Australia, especially as a young kid, especially in the bush, we got given, we were exposed to, and this is part of the Australian culture, we were exposed to a lot of, I guess, I'm going to say it, and it's probably not going to make any sense, empire of Britain, that was a mixture of all these different people. And I was never pro-England or whatever. I've always hated the Union Jack and the Australian flag. Where I grew up in Australia, you were taught to play every sport and beat the English at it and beat them well. Because that was just one up on the old enemy, so to speak. And the whinging Poms, as we refer to them as. And the short story of it all is that you grew up watching a lot of all these mixture of TV shows and movies and all these things where there were people of different racial backgrounds. But the thing was, they also of different culture. Like, they had their own accents. Like, they were Nigerian. They weren't an American or Nigerian descent. They were actually a Nigerian, a South African, white, black. There were Japanese. There were this or that. Whatever mix. And they were their racial group with their racial language. Whereas in America, Americans, you know, when Mad Max came out in the United States, I think, what is it, the 70s or 80s, whatever it was, they dubbed it because they deemed the English to be too ununderstandable for the American audience, so they dubbed it all. And I think they did the same thing for Arnold Schwarzenegger, the first couple of films as well. And that was people of the same ethnic backgrounds, but because they had accents. And what I guess you see is this world where you get all these modern films and everyone's America, but everyone's of ethnic background. But when you look at the racial breakdown, the United States is still 75% white European. And what I want is, you know, Babylon 5 is a great example. That is a great TV show. I've watched it over the last month or so as it went on Prime, Amazon Prime. There's no focus on people's backgrounds or genders, because there are stories about, because there's 22 episodes, they touch a lot of things. There's love between men and women and vice versa, and women, men, all that stuff. And but there's all this different race backgrounds, humans, aliens, all that stuff, and it's just there, and it's just done, and it just happens. And there are people who are of some sort of, say, Chinese or Japanese background who actually are representing that part of the world in that episode of Babylon 5. They're not all Americans, even though if you probably watch it, they've probably all got American accents, speak English. But the key thing, like I said, when you grow up with the exposure that I had as an Australian to a lot of global TV shows and accents and things like that, it didn't faze you. You're sort of used to it. And you got to see these, not only different people physically different from you, but different cultures. And you learnt that everyone spoke English, or there were times there were, communication. But like I said, people have got to understand, I remember as a kid, my grandfather was big into movies and things like that, and my grandparents, they had everything, right? And my pop probably thought he's going to be a movie star at one stage in his life, probably 20 times over. And there was that Spartacus and those Roman Empire movies back in the day. And I always, as a young kid, I'd always chuckle to myself, because you had American versions, you had British versions, and eventually the Americans started overtaking the British because they had the money and resources. And the American, became the global superpower. But what I was going to, Spartacus, I think it's the 50s, or it might be 60s, mid-60s or something. I could be wrong. Could be 70s, but I think it's 60s. Saw it as a young kid, 8 to 12 years of age. And I always chuckled all those type of Roman or gladiator movies back in the day. everyone spoke English. I always thought, well, they got American accents, and everyone's a white person. I remember, because I thought, whenever I've met an Italian, I wouldn't mistake him as a fair-haired, blue-eyed, sort of tanned Anglo-Saxon type or Northern Germanic person. But then you look at the history, and it was a mixture. It was a mixture of people, but they were all Latin people. But it always made me chuckle. But then I, as a young kid, would always go, well, it's America. It's just like all the British or English old films that I saw growing up as a kid through my grandfather, who made me watch all these movies. I think The Longest Day is one of my favourite films of my life. I haven't seen it for a long time, and it's just burned into my brain of being such a great film. I think in late 90s, early, say, 2000, it's one of the first movies I ever got my hands on through the net to watch and review and think. And it's got some great actors in it as well. But you realise when they were making these films that this is an English film, spoken in English, based on an English victory or war or something, and you're going to get their perspective, and it's going to be full of predominantly English people, and you're going to have probably white supposed actors dressing up as different races to acting because of cultural barriers and languages and stuff, and the lack of multiculturalism. There is huge benefits to it all, but but a country does lose its identity. But anyway, I've gone really down a rabbit hole today. Jesus Christ! See what happens when you're waiting for heroic dungeons? You go mad. I think what? Oh Jesus! I thought it was about to fall off. I thought it was about to leap off the side. Then Jesus. Maybe I've seen too many Asmund Gold shorts recently. You click one, you get hundreds sent at you. Oh my god, I thought I just about leapt off again. Alright, I gotta stop doing that. So it looks like we're doing ramps. Which one's ramps? I think this is ramps. No, there's Blood Furnace, Shattered Halls, Hellfire Ramparts. Hellfire Ramparts, yeah. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. Huh. Oh. What happened? Ah. Yes, to find a heals, you need to be queued. Alrighty. And I tell you what, this is a different era. I can see why they brought in queuing for a dungeon back in the day. The time you get from just sitting around, but then I am lying on a bloody couch at 1:16 a.m. Monday morning on a long weekend. On a long weekend. Okay, here we go.
Break the bones.
Alright. So if it goes to heroic, it then you'll get a death symbol on the door. Here we. Oh. He's having a piss. I remember in TBC Classic, I got this weapon because it took forever to get this bloody weapon. There we go, look at the death symbol. I love having that sword. I kept it in my... I think I might still have it on my dude. On Thokag. Hang on. That's right, boys. You're getting outdone by just a life-draining demonology warlock with a couple of dots. That's the new meta, baby. 900. Oh, 1030 spell damage. Just depends how many procs we get with we get no procs. I think I heard everyone blow their cooldowns then. Ah, isn't it a beautiful day in the Outlands? Oh, it's very hard to compete with an arcane single target mage. That's all he's made to do is just blast. Especially with a couple of mobs. Outside that he'll go 10:30, Jesus. We got a chamois. Oh, we got a chamois, no wonder. Anything you can do, I can do better. Just gotta remember how to cast with fucking Seed of Corruption. Helps if I press the right button. Yeah, he's got 9,000 life and nearly 12,000 fucking mana. I think he's
What happened? For the Horde!
too many buttons to press.
them all.
Oh. Give me a chance to cast it. I don't know if Blizzard did maybe. Oh, I say that he's packing tier. Yeah, he's got tier on. What the f...
You cannot command victory or death.
Wasn't even paying attention to my felly dying. It was probably that bloody... that bloody... Let's skip a mobs. Skip a mobs. I think. I think it's the mage's bloody improved blizzard. It puts ice blocks down on the ground. It freezes the mobs, And what the game does, instead of them standing there and doing nothing, they start attacking the closest target. It's one of the issues with that. And it sort of makes sense. If you know about it, you just deal with it.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Back off, pup.
Shadow trance. Heal me! Quickly!
Yes, Arcane Boy is, yeah, she's blasted very good. We don't have to worry about pulling mobs anymore because we're level 70. Oh shit. Get out. Turn on the. You can have it. Oh. Oh yeah, he's very good. I suppose this is one of the differences coming into the sweats have already, and the raid's already out. Because like I said, TBC, I'm sure TBC Classic 2021, you had a solid month before the raids got released. I'm going to have to Google it and double check it.
will be your death. Akor Shakai, feast my mates, eat your fill.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna need on it. If I get it, I get it. Don't get it, I get. Oh, need on that. Yeah, I might have to go Destro, I think.
Who dares summon me?
Correct.
For the Horde.
We might have to pump our Destro stuff out. But this is a very geared group. The mage is very geared. All epics. I've got no epics.
You have faced many challenges. Pity they were all in vain. Soon your people will kneel to my lord! You are nothing. I answer a higher call. My lord will be the end of you all.
Oh, you tell me we've got to all open that up. to get the badge. Oh, the mage is gone. Okay, fuck you. I knew that was going to happen. That is a bad mechanic. Just put it on the body. Have to open that up to get... Well, we'll look that guy up. We'll look that guy up on WoW Classic Armory. Because he was pretty good. Not that we're trying to compare ourselves, but like I was like, oh, maybe I go. I think even if I was hard casting, oh shit. Even if I was hard casting Shadow Bolts, I may have done more damage. But then again, I'm not even active playing 5-6 hours at level 70 yet. I'm not even a full day yet. And the fact that I have the gear that I have is I'm trying to work out, was that gear available? Because I seem to, maybe just having a bit of basic knowledge and running and knowing that I could get rep really quickly in the caverns of time, but I didn't think it'd be that quick. And you can get yourself a one-handed spell blade, which is 120 something spell damage, 121 with +8 spell hit, which is pretty bloody good, honestly, for a fresh 70. Not so much for a hardcore raider.
Have you honed your skills enough to learn what I have to teach?
Not quite, my friend.
Throw hole.
Oh, is that to make it? It's to make it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 heroics in and heroic dungeons in, and the rest, they say, is in the bacon. So, smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast, and we'll see you when we see you. Hasta la vista.
Subscribe or follow Koala Farmer Adventures, or I drain